A number of people here this evening. We have 16 people signed up. We have 20. We'll make 21 more. The bylaws of the CRTPO state that the public comment section will be 20 minutes in length, but it's at the chair's discretion to change that. What I'm going to suggest we do this evening, we have 20 or 21 people. I had an hour in my mind, which this works out almost perfectly. So I'm going to allow up to an hour of comment that allow everybody to sign up to have their full 3 minutes. And we will go in the order that they've signed up for. So with that said, I'm going to go right down the order, and Bob is going to be keeping time. And let me ask, I'm going to ask this. When you have about 15 seconds to the cutoff period, Bob's going to hold up a little sign that says 15 seconds. Please, I'm going to ask you to please wrap it up pretty quickly after that point. I don't want to have to cut you off in mid-sentence. I'll try to be as polite as possible, but we have a lot of people here from this evening, so hopefully you'll respect the time that we have here. So, that being said, let's go forward. The first person we have on here is John Parkinson. Mr. Parkinson, welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak this evening before the CRTPO. My name is John Parkinson. I'm the Executive Director of AIAI, the Association for the Improvement of American Infrastructure. I'm here this evening to voice our support for continuing the use of public-private partnerships as a tool for developing and improving infrastructure in North Carolina. Including businesses in North Carolina, our member firms represent some 500,000 jobs involved in designing, building, financing, operating, and maintaining public infrastructure assets. These include both large and small businesses. They include minority-owned firms. They include firms owned and run by women and veterans alike. AIAI professionals are engaged in transportation assets such as roads, bridges, and tunnels, as well as seaports and airports, water distribution and water treatment plants, schools and hospitals, campuses, and other community use facilities. These are the infrastructure assets that AIAI members are improving across the country. The foundation of AIAI is the belief that life cycle procurement partnerships effectively deliver public infrastructure projects through private sector innovation, expertise, commitment, and cooperation and collaboration with responsible public agencies. P3s are fast becoming an effective vehicle for states such as North Carolina to restore public confidence, to protect taxpayer investments, to rebuild public infrastructure, bolster local and regional economies, and create long-term sustainable jobs. On time and budget certain, these are the legacies of responsible governance and prudent fiscal management. P3s are good for North Carolina. It's important to note that flexibility in procurement alternatives, such as including P3s for infrastructure development, are good for taxpayers in North Carolina. To engage in the construction of a road or any other public asset without taking into account what it would take to operate and maintain that is simply not good business. Pay-as-you-go is a discipline that provides the best protection for taxpayers. It's also worth mentioning that among the best practices implemented by North Carolina are the non-compete clauses that are built into similar contracts. These are designed to protect the state's public infrastructure and investment. These non-competes only apply to facilities not in the long-range plan. It's important to note that, as this is an issue that comes up around toll roads, and we want to make sure that that's something we clarify that misunderstanding. It's not an all-encompassing non-compete clause. It's standard practice across the country and indeed around the world. A need that is being addressed in the current long-term transportation plan includes a tolling solution. It provides for much-needed congestion relief through access to managed lanes. It anticipates growth and dynamic acceptance of the managed lanes and the improvement of complementary general purpose lanes. Taxpayers and local residents alike will benefit from this. To date, North Carolina has sent a message about its intention to fulfill long-term P3 commitments for the improvement of its state and regional infrastructure. So too are the private entities involved committed to the region. I urge you to reaffirm the current Charlotte Metropolitan Regional Strategy. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker we have is Natalie and Bruce Bradford, you're on deck.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of CRTPO. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here and that you're considering this agenda item. In the next 20 to 30 years, our researchers